This evening, man imprisoned for drag racing death of his friend. Ministry of Public Security planning to build a modern prison in the county of Demerara. Motorcycle accident hospitalizes man and kills another. Citizenship services to be greatly expanded in 2019. In the region, German journalist charged with espionage in Venezuela. And internationally, Ghanaian man drowns during baptism. Greetings to our viewers in Guyana and around the world. Today is Thursday, December the 13th, 2018, and this edition of Headline News is now being streamed live on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you for joining us. An accident on the west bank of Demerara has left one dead and one hospitalized. Esther Sobers has the details in this report.
The nation has now recorded its latest road fatality Wednesday night at around 20-30 hours along the Baggersville Public Road, West Bank, Demerara. Dead is 18-year-old Don Boston, while his friend Trevor Callender is in a serious condition. According to reports, the motorcycle was proceeding at a fast rate of speed and ended up in the path of the car. By the time the driver realized that the motorcycle was heading towards him, it was too late. The two were taken to the West Demerara Hospital, where Boston was pronounced dead, while the pillion rider is in a critical condition in the hospital. The driver of the vehicle was tested negative for alcohol. Thus far, this is the fourth person to have died within the last 10 days as a result of motorcycle accidents. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. Guyana's ambassador to Brazil, George Talbot, and Foreign Minister of Brazil, Aloysio Nunes Ferreira, today signed a cooperation and facilitation of investment agreement in a brief ceremony in Brasilia. The agreement marks a further deepening of relations between the two countries, opening the door to closer economic ties. It provides a framework for cooperation and support to investors from both countries, along with other agreements already in place, including the International Road Transport Agreement for the movements of passengers and goods between Guyana and Brazil, the Partial Scope Agreement on Trade, and the ongoing cooperation regarding the Linden-Lethem Road. The CFIA contributes to the further consolidation of the framework of bilateral relations and to the fostering of business-to-business ties. During the ceremony, Ambassador Talbot reiterated Guyana's appreciation for the excellent relations enjoyed with Brazil and expressed recognition of the important contribution of Foreign Minister Nunes in that regard. Ministry of Public Security is considering the construction of a new prison in Demerara County. Here's more. The Ministry of Public Security is considering several different proposals to reform the nation's prison system. According to Public Security Minister Kemraj Ramshatan, the construction of a new prison in the county of Demerara is one of them.
Also talking about a proposal for a prison that might be somewhere in Kurukururu. But we have to get a road up there, and we're hearing about this road that will be from Ogle to Soesdijk. So we got to start thinking one that is going to be large enough. You see, Enrico, this is what it is. You have to have a prison that is close enough to your magistrate's court, because a lot of remand prisoners, so you can't go and put them in Mazaruni and then you have to fly them back to Georgetown and so on. You have to have prisons close to the magistrate's court.
Minister Ramshatan also explains that due to logistical reasons, a remand prison must be close to the Georgetown Magistrates Court.
Still need a prison that will have sometimes not the non-violent kind of offenders. You wouldn't want to send the non-violent offenders or short-term offenders to Mazaruni. But whatever it is, we are thinking in terms of having a prison that will house a large number of people, about 1,000 or so, within Demerara, and close down the Luziknan and the Camp Street prison. That's a proposal that we have.
Ongoing works at the Mazaruni prison is expected to be finished before 2021. Nonetheless, many persons are unsatisfied with the speed at which Guyana's aging correctional facilities are being repaired and replaced, especially in light of last year's burning of the Camp Street prison. While most ministries benefit from funding from international monetary agencies, Minister Ramjatan noted that such funding is not available for the building of prisons.
I went around after the first fire, asked IDB, World Bank, IMF, nobody gives money for prisons. You've got to get it yourself. Okay? Although plenty of people talk and so on. Only the Chinese, I understand, are willing to help in that regard with a loan of some major amount.
Don't go away. Coming up after the break. Citizenship services to be greatly expanded in 2019. And one man is imprisoned for causing the death of his passenger. But first, here are today's foreign currency exchange rates. For the latest in news from Guyana, the region, and beyond, visit our website, headlinenewsguyana.com.
Shop at John Lewis Styles in December and you could win one Amazon tablet or smartwatch every day. And that's not all. 4 persons will win $1 million to spend in the store. Just imagine, $1 million to spend on clothing, footwear, watches, fragrances, handbags, luggage, and accessories. Enter to win with every $5,000 you spend. So shop now to win one tablet or smartwatch every day and $1 million to spend in the store. John Lewis Styles, simply different.
Fresh ingredients and Creole foods at the Cottage Restaurant and Cafe. Finger-licking boil and fry, meats cooked to perfection. No MSG added. We cater for vegetarians too. Breakfast and lunch available fresh Mondays through Fridays. We open 7 a.m. Get coffee, Milo, or our famous power porridge filled with a blend of indigenous barks, natural fruit juices. Catering services and delivery available. Call 231-4343. Located at 16 Access Road, Kingston. The Cottage Restaurant and Cafe. Bringing back the good old days.
Christmas big, plus size big things big, we gone big, yeah. It's GTT Christmas. Merry plus size Christmas. Christmas big, plus size big things big, we gone big, yeah. It's GTT Christmas. Merry plus size Christmas, yeah. We giving you, yeah. We giving you. It's GTT Christmas. Merry plus size Christmas, yeah. We giving you, yeah. We giving you. It's GTT Christmas. Merry plus size Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho! It's the GTT plus size Christmas. There's always more to love with GTT. Terms and conditions apply. See gtt.co.gy for detail.
Lighting is an absolutely important aspect of the festive season, and GPL encourages you to consider these tips when lighting your beautiful homes and businesses. Fasten outdoor lighting securely to your home's exterior to protect the lights from wind damage. Use only insulated staples or plastic attachments to hold strings of lights in place. Do not use nails or tacks. To avoid overloading electrical circuits, never plug in more than 3 sets of lights to one extension cord. Don't use light-duty flat extension cords, often brown or white, to power your lights. Instead, use heavy-gauge round extension cords. They're usually orange or yellow. Never run electrical cords under rugs or carpeting, and do not allow children to play with light strings. Happy holidays! A message from the Guyana Power and Light Incorporated.
To find all your beauty and hair care products, visit the newly constructed American Home and Beauty Center, located at Robb and Wellington Streets. We have a wide variety of beauty products, including cosmetics, perfume sets, hair extensions, hair care products, costume jewelry, accessories, and many more. Check us out on Facebook at American Home and Beauty Center or call us on 226-4179. And remember to visit us at our mega location at Robb and Wellington Streets, across from CNS Channel 6.
Apostle Wade Ridley, the founder of Restoration and Life Ministries, invites you to our annual Christmas concert on Friday, December the 14th at 6 p.m. Admission is free. It's an event for the whole family with special guests Apostle Sean Sobers and Sister Alyssa Vandier. Come and be blessed by the Restoration and Life Ministries worship team, praise dancers, and so much more. It's the Restoration and Life Ministries annual Christmas concert, taking place at our sanctuary, located at 3864 Caneview Avenue, South Rhineville Gardens, between David Rose and Greenheart Streets. All are welcome. Welcome back. The Ministry of the Presidency, Department of Citizenship, will be greatly decentralizing their services in 2019 thanks to a $1.5 billion allocation. The Ministry of the Presidency, Department of Citizenship, is decentralizing its services. Speaking on the behalf of Minister Winston Felix, Public Service Minister Dawn Hastings-Williams explained what next year's $1.5 billion allocation will go to.
Automated Passport Control, or APC. We're purchasing 10 at a cost of 6.6 each, and that will give you a total cost of 66.4. Passport Issuing Control Systems workstations, which will be in regions 2, 4, 7, and 9. We're purchasing 33 of such equipment at the cost of 10 million each, which will give you to the total sum of 330 million. Border Management Systems, or BMS, and warm standby site, we're procuring 36 of such at a unit cost of 7 million, which will give you a total cost of 252 million. Printers for certificates, we're procuring 6 of such at 2.5 each, which will give you 15 million total. And then we have microfilm reader. We're purchasing 4 of such.
In addition to that, the money will go to the printing of new birth certificates and passports with enhanced security features, the maintenance of the Stephen Campbell House, and the continuation of the digitization of the GPO office database, which is expected to be completed in 2019. This morning, a young man was sentenced to 18 months in prison after he was found guilty of causing the death of his friend. Here's Esther Sobers with more.
After several years of awaiting judgment, on Wednesday, 24-year-old Christopher Bridge Mohan was handed an 18-month sentence for a fatal accident that claimed the life of his friend. Bridge Mohan was found guilty by Magistrate Zamelia Ali for causing the death of his friend, 19-year-old Christopher Baichan, on November 9, 2014, in what appeared to be a case of dangerous driving. During the trial, the court was told that Bridge Mohan was racing on the Sparendam public road with another car at the time of the accident. Bridge Mohan was driving at a fast rate of speed when the vehicle collided with the fence, killing his friend Baichan, who was in the passenger seat. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. Today, 34-year-old Wazim Redman Mosley of Baggettstown, East Bank, Demerara, appeared before the Lenora Magistrates Court charged with possession of narcotics for the purpose of trafficking. Mosley, who was arrested with 747 grams of cannabis at Vriesland, West Bank, Demerara on December 10, 2018, pleaded not guilty to the charge. However, he was remanded and his case has been postponed to February 10, 2019. Don't go away. Coming up after the break. German journalist charged with espionage in Venezuela, and Ghanaian man drowned during baptism. But before that, here's this week's Bridge Attraction schedule.
Christmas big, plus size big, big things big, we gone big, yeah. It's GTT Christmas, Merry plus size Christmas, Christmas big, plus size big, big things big, we gone big, yeah. It's GTT Christmas, Merry plus size Christmas, yeah. We giving you, yeah. We giving you. It's GTT Christmas, Merry plus size Christmas, yeah. We giving you, yeah. We giving you. It's GTT Christmas, Merry plus size Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho! It's the GTT Plus Size Christmas. There's always more to love with GTT. Terms and conditions apply. See gtt.co.gy for details.
93.1 Real FM. It's your favorite station for the best music from then to now.
Cause girls like you run around with guys like me to size. Waste your day and spend the night. Me, are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside us. Simple things, them are your blessings, a blessing. Simple things are your...
Every day, all day for real music, real people, and real vibes. Come on! 93.1 Real FM.
Real FM.
The people's choice.
Fresh ingredients in Creole foods at the Cottage Restaurant and Cafe. Finger licking boil and fry, meats cooked to perfection. No MSG added. We cater for vegetarians too. Breakfast and lunch available fresh Mondays through Fridays. We open 7 a.m. Get coffee, Milo, or our famous power porridge, filled with a blend of indigenous barks, natural fruit juices. Catering services and delivery available. Call 231-4343. Located at 16 Access Road, Kingston. The Cottage Restaurant and Cafe, bringing back the good old days.
Apostle Wade Ridley, the founder of Restoration and Life Ministries, invites you to our annual Christmas concert on Friday, December the 14th at 6 p.m. Admission is free. It's an event for the whole family with special guests Apostle Sean Sobers and Sister Alyssa Vandiar. Come and be blessed by the Restoration and Life Ministries worship team, praise dancers, and so much more. It's the Restoration and Life Ministries annual Christmas concert, taking place at our sanctuary, located at 3864 Caneview Avenue, South Rhineville Gardens, between David Rose and Greenheart Streets. All are welcome.
Lighting is an absolutely important aspect of the festive season, and GPL encourages you to consider these tips when lighting your beautiful homes and businesses. Fasten outdoor lighting securely to your home's exterior to protect the lights from wind damage. Use only insulated staples or plastic attachments to hold strings of lights in place. Do not use nails or tacks. To avoid overloading electrical circuits, never plug in more than 3 sets of lights to one extension cord. Don't use light-duty flat extension cords, often brown or white, to power your lights. Instead, use heavy-gauge round extension cords. They're usually orange or yellow. Never run electrical cords under rugs or carpeting, and do not allow children to play with light strings. Happy holidays! A message from the Guyana Power and Light Incorporated.
Shop at John Lewis Styles in December and you could win one Amazon tablet or smartwatch every day. And that's not all. 4 persons will win $1 million to spend in the store. Just imagine, $1 million to spend on clothing, footwear, watches, fragrances, handbags, luggage, and accessories. Enter to win with every $5,000 you spend. So shop now to win one tablet or smartwatch every day and $1 million to spend in the store. John Lewis Styles. Simply different.
Welcome back. BB Backus brings us our regional and international headlines of the day.
In the region, German reporter Billy Six is being held in Venezuela. The German Foreign Ministry has confirmed. Venezuelan rights group says Mr. Six, a 32-year-old, has been charged with espionage and rebellion. Relatives say he was arrested more than 3 weeks ago while reporting on Venezuela's economic crisis and the mass migration it has triggered. Diplomatic officials have reportedly not been allowed to see him. It is not the first time Mr. Six has been detained. In December 2012, he was arrested by the Syrian army for entering the country illegally and held for 3 months before being released. And in international news, Protests have broken out in Hungary after the country's parliament passed new labor laws, which have been labeled slave labor by opponents. The new labor law passed means companies can demand up to 400 hours of overtime a year and delayed payment for the overtime worked for 3 years. The Hungarian government argues that the labor reform will benefit workers as well as companies who need to fill a labor shortage, but the country's trade union and political opposition disagrees. Police used tear gas against crowds on the steps of Parliament building on Wednesday night as crowds gathered. They were also angry over a second vote to create a new system of administrative courts controlled by the Minister of Justice, which critics fear will not be independent. And finally, a 20-year-old man has drowned while being baptized by a pastor in a river south of Ghana's capital, Accra. In a video circulating on social media, Yakiermi is seen stationed at the banks of River Densu together with a pastor who immersed him in the water. Then after brief prayers, he was immersed a second time, but he did not emerge from the waters. Accra's Regional Police Command spokeswoman Afia Tenji said a junior pastor has been arrested at the scene while police are still searching for the head pastor of the church involved in the baptism. The drowning, which happened on Sunday, has led many people to question why a life should be lost during a religious ritual. The man's family is quoted by the local media saying that it does not blame anyone for the drowning. Police said the 20-year-old's body was in a mortuary and an autopsy is still needed to be done before it is given to the family for burial. Headline News, Baby Bacchus.
Here's your 3-day weather forecast. And that's Channel 2 Headline News for this Thursday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to find Channel 2 Headline News on Facebook, YouTube, and our website, headlinenewsguyana.com. You can also tune in 6:30 tomorrow morning for a rebroadcast, and Friday evening at 6 for more news. For now, I'm George Gonzalez, signing out from this newscast saying, thank Wilkinson to your home, and do have a blessed evening.